Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Uh, I'm not sure what could possibly be happening tonight, just that I know Alpha Node here has this quest, and this quest is called, uh, well, I can't actually see it here, but I know the name of the quest, because the name of the quest is Endwalker. So, we're at the end of the base X pack, and so things are going to get interesting tonight. So, let's dive on in. Okay, we are live. And Alpha Node is offering us Endwalker. Are you ready? Then let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Meteion has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. It was not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves. To hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. I'm going with option 3. Aye. Hey, are we ready? Thank you for the follow.
Yes.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Well, this place certainly looks pleasant.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Alright, if I understand correctly, this would be bad. Yeah, don't stand in the pools. Why do you ask such a question? Do you not see the plague and pestilence that consumes us? Ours is a world of rancid blood and rotting flesh, where death is the only remedy to suffering. There is no meaning to be found in such misery. But it was not always thus. Beneath the waves we knew only peace and plenty. We wanted for naught, and yet craved more. That our progeny might someday flourish as we never could. Eventually we ventured to the lands, above bearing flame and iron, toppling any who dared oppose our might. The world was ours for the taking.
Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
My mini-map is zoomed in too far. Like, is this a way we can actually go?
I was wondering if we could run up to the top.
This world is not the boundless paradise we were promised. Our population quickly outstripped the habitable land, while seas we thought would shine forever blue ran dry, spoiled in foraging the tools of conquest. Cramped homes turned to squalor, and then came the sickness, our undoing, and the final blessing this star has to offer. We are no longer the fools we once were. Wheresoever life goes, death will follow. Indeed, existence is but the most painful path unto nothingness, and the wise embrace their obliteration wholeheartedly. Alright. Miasmata is a room-wide AoE that additionally spawns AoE circles around the arena. These AoEs will move across the arena in the direction of the wind, so players must position themselves to avoid them. If hit, a player will receive the Necrosis debuff, which must be cleansed, otherwise it can kill them. Cough Up drops 3 sets of AoEs on each player, spread apart to avoid overlapping. After the AoE circles, players will receive a red arrow above their head, stacked together to resolve this mechanic. So spread out, then stack. Wave of Nausea, a donut AoE around the boss. Pox Flail is the tank buster. Blighted Water is a stack marker. And Befoulment, targeted AoE circles, spread to avoid overlap.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Alright. Sorry, it's the poison I'm supposed to take off of you guys.
I think I got the poison too. Yep.
Oh, jeez.
No, I was saying to me, because I'm like, I obviously did not get out of it.
I took that too soon.
Okay, well, I've screwed up completely, so.
For some reason there, I got stuck running in one direction, so I'm not sure what happened there.
get you, sorry.
You're okay.
Nope, we're dead.
Indeed.
Seriously? Ugh.
Hmm?
Well, first boss, I guess. Whatever. All the way to the beginning.
We don't have that far to go.
My legs are so tired.
Well, you are a rabbit. You are used to going and sleeping during races.
Right?
What we need is a talking turtle.
Right? Whoa, nunchucks. No. Katanas.
Okay, the orbs that pop the circles. After they pop the first time, they're going to move in the direction that the wind is blowing, and then pop again quickly. So we will need to be moved. Once they pop the first time, we need to already be moving against the wind, I think.
Okay. Oh, an emo 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Are we supposed to be in close?
Alright, got hit by the second pulse. I didn't realize they went off 3 times. Stack.
What's this on me?
Stack.
Because it'll make you walk around. Got it. I can't get there in time. I was going my own, whatever. Damn it.
Emo's down, Zora.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Wait.
I want to take it after, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hit the wrong key. I am so sorry. I just leveled.
Alright.
Oh, that's awesome.
The orbs seem to always follow the same pattern, too.
Whew. Can't believe I hit limit break. I'm so sorry.
That's alright. It's already recharged.
Congrats.
I'll take that.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
Alright, get us out of Poison Land, please.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the selfsame lives it had saved. Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
That otherworldly beings should first grace us with their presence is a sign. Indeed, they understand that we, the global community, are possessed of the wisdom and compassion needed to guide this star back to the path of righteousness. Yet the freedom fighters dare to undermine us, inviting chaos to disrupt the order we labored so hard to build. They have forgotten the history of this star and its once myriad nations, the wars waged, the countless lives lost. They must be brought to heal, The world united under a single standard, no matter the cost.
They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
So far, this dungeon is, hey, let's throw materia at them. The dungeon.
Did I say what materia?
I've gotten like 5 different materia since I've gotten here.
Nice. I haven't gotten any.
In the last couple of minutes, I've gotten Heaven's Eye Materia 9, Quick Tongue Materia 9, and Quick Arm Materia 9.
From the person that doesn't use materia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start changing that soon, aren't I?
Yeah. It's throwing it at you because it's saying, excuse me.
Indeed. Just got a Battle Dance Materia 9. We constructed the Peacekeeper, the pinnacle of engineering and technology. This mighty war machine was designed to rid us of the freedom fighters, as well as any other potential threats to the peace we have so long pined for. Its artificial intelligence ensures that this singular function is carried out with cold and calculating precision. Indeed, the 10,000 Peacekeeper units we created have now routed every threat to peace, including us. All that remains is to stand and fight. Does that mean that we can never replace these, Emo? They're the last.
Yeah.
Alright, there's a lot more words for this boss. Decimation. Raid-wide AoE that also covers the outer part of the arena in fire. Electromagnetic repellent. The boss summons a field that fills its hitbox that debuffs players with electrocution and deals damage as long as they stand in it. Order to Fire spawns a number of turrets around the boss, which then shoot line AoEs directly outward from the boss. The line AoEs converge at the edge of the boss's hitbox, leaving narrow cones, safe zones between the AoEs and safe zones between the line AoEs, between the boss's hitbox and the edge of the arena. usually combined with a targeted AoE, so spread to avoid overlapping. No future spawns a pattern of targeting circles, which will hit every area of the arena at some point. Stand in areas that don't yet have the targeting circles, or ones that spawned later, then move to the ones that just exploded. This attack has two patterns. The AoE will spawn under the boss and move outwards, or will start from the outside of the arena and move inwards. The hitbox under the boss is never a safe zone, so players should avoid standing there. If the AoE spawn from the edge inward, players can identify the safe space and move into it. If they spawn from the center of the arena, players can stand at the point where the AoEs overlap, as the next ones to spawn will spawn outward, and the outward from the first and not be touching. The attack will fire 2 sets of circles the first time, and 3 sets per cast from the second cast onward. Each successive cast is rotated such that the areas that were initially safe in the prior cast are now the targeted circles, requiring players to adjust their positioning. Peacefire spawns AoEs that will keep rotating around the boss. Avoid it by rotating with the AoEs. Each cast always cast alongside electromagnetic repellent, forcing players to stand in the area the circles rotate through. This can be cast alongside Order to Fire, requiring players to find a position ahead of the rotating AoEs and within the narrow cone safe zones. Eclipsing is Exhaust. Spawns AoE circles around the edges and with several gaps between them. Then triggers a telegraphed knockback from the center of the room, getting knocked back into a gap. Elimination, the Tank Buster. The boss fires a wide beam that will hit other players if they are too close, while almost certainly killing them. Yeah, you don't want to be standing next to me on this fight, apparently.
I got it.
And that is it. It mostly sounds like don't stand in the fight.
Or the box or next to you.
Yes. Also, try not to stand in his hitbox.
Big hitbox.
Indeed.
Oh.
I was gonna say, get out of the fire!
Out of the fire. Get out of the
Here
stuff.
come the narrow cones we need to stand in.
In between or in front of them?
Between.
Gotcha.
Holy shit, I died.
I'm going to die.
I'm healing Zora.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would have hurt if you guys had gotten caught in that. Yeah, I thought I had the pattern on that one and it disappeared on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lose track of it sometimes.
Too close, Emo.
It's hard sometimes because I'm not always looking at him, the boss, to know his hitbox.
Yeah.
Oh, that was too much. Ah, dang it.
Oh, I used my quick thing, so I might as well res you.
Thanks.
Might as well res anyway. It would have sent her back to the beginning.
Nah, no, just kidding. Of course.
And when one asked, "What is the point?" there were none left to answer.
This is pretty.
Probably means this is gonna be the worst place.
I know.
Mhm.
Farther still existed a star without strife. Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
A curious traveler visited our star. A bird which proffered these questions. What meaning does life hold? For what do you strive? I could find no satisfactory answers, only bittersweet memories of an age long past. There was a time when we were lesser, in our nascent salt purpose, struggled to justify life's worth. That was, of course, before we achieved perfection. Now, condemned to our paradise, we understand the fatuity of existence. Like the fledglings we once were, the poor bird could not accept the truth. It asked us again and again, hoping perhaps our answer might change.
You didn't want that?
It's what I got earlier.
Oh.
And they won't let me have two.
Okay.
I think I need to travel to Japan with a copy of the A Team so they can see how many necklaces Mr. T wears.
He was kind of a tank, wasn't he?
What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy.
There was a time when we yearned to explore the heavens, found purpose in the hope of unveiling life's mysteries. A dream shattered when we reached enlightenment and found it empty. There was a time when we believed in our legacy, thought ourselves marking a worthy path our successors might follow. Efforts rendered futile when we discovered the keys to paradise and immortality. As individuals, we struggled to know what was right, Yet in today's perfect unity, there is naught left to question. We are infinity constructed by the finite, but no more. Ra shall grant us the mercy of annihilation. Creepy death sphinx.
Ah,
Screw that, death butterfly.
Alright. Warm Glow is a raid-wide AoE. Pity is the tank buster. Prance, the boss will jump 4 times, dealing no damage, but dropping golden circular zones that will grow, then explode in the order they respawned. Move into one of the last 2 circles, then move into where the first circle was after it explodes. Life's Breath, the boss jumps to the edge of the arena, then shoots a line AoE through the middle. After the line AoE, a line of butterflies will spawn in the same location, facing one half of the arena in alternating pairs. After a short delay, the butterflies will fire a blast forward in the direction they are facing. Players must position themselves behind a butterfly to avoid the attack. Note that you can move through the line of butterflies before they fire. If hit by the butterflies, player will receive the Doom debuff and must be healed up to full health to recover. The second cast of this is accompanied by Loving Embrace, making one half of the arena unsafe to stand on. Loving Embrace fires off slightly after the butterfly's attack, allowing melee DPS to swap sides if necessary. Benevolence is the stack marker. Loving Embrace, the boss will raise a glowing wing, then cleave the entire side of the stage from the middle of its hitbox outwards. Move to the other side to avoid. And Still Embrace, targeted AoE circles spread to avoid overlapping. Doesn't sound too bad. We shall see.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. Its steps were light, and
Got
its
to do the
gift
prance
was
thing.
as painless as it was beautiful.
Just where we gotta go.
One of the last 2 circles spawned. There's right here, and then run over here.
Bathed in its golden glow,
Get to the side.
they all slept happily ever
Be
after.
prepared to get behind a butterfly. Oh,
Dead.
well, I did something wrong. It must hit more than once.
Oh,
Emo dead.
Oh,
and I'm down.
well, I am certainly going to die, but I'm going to try and see if I can figure out what killed me just a second ago. I got no idea what killed me. But I'm gonna stop healing myself and let it kill me now.
Am I going the wrong way?
You're gonna head down to the portal.
Down to the portal.
Shortcut is just not a shortcut that much.
Yes, you're going the wrong way, KJ. Come toward me.
Those sneaky bastards. I can't even see the portal.
Yay!
Yay!
What?
So they managed to get their heart emotes aligned. Alright, are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
I was a little late on that, sorry.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Ooh, it tricked us.
I think it's just warm glow that killed us last time.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily
Yeah, I
ever
think
after.
so.
Because it just hits really hard. Get over here.
That was enough to get me.
Oh, don't take that. I put you right in the middle of the thing.
I got it. I see it. Hopefully I'm on the right side of the butterfly.
Get over here. Other side. Come over to this side, Zora.
What's that fun little thing?
It just does extra healing. I was gonna do it at one other part. This is what I wanted it for, but I did it way too early. My timing's not great on it.
Should we hit it with the breaker?
Wait till after the next prance.
Okay.
Well done.
If I'm not mistaken, everybody got a 90 done in their wondrous tales.
Should have. Before we hit the exit, I need to AFK for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm going to as well, real quick.
Me too.
Okay, I'll wait.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Now I'm going.
And I am back.
I'm back as well.
Welcome back. KJ's gone.
Alright.
The weather is termination.
Oh, that's nice.
And I am back to.
Welcome back.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up, again and again, without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living cast the present and lament the future. So shall we sing until life ceases to be.
Seven hells! On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises.
Stop! Calm yourself, please.
We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
on, my friends.
Oriange, watch out!
Alphino!
We cannot comprehend. We cannot know. We cannot know!
Don't, please! Don't do this to them! To yourself!
Just one good strike.
Stop! Please stop!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
All are washed in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
Wait! Don't!
You gifted them escape, and rendered yourself powerless. Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you need to call upon the dead once more. Defiant to the last, but you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades. As we did. As we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried. But it was no use. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me. When at last I understood what it was, I journeyed to Sharlayan to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mother Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you. I take it this is your prey. But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken? And I'd rather not give it. Nay, I would have preferred that we enjoy a private reunion. So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
You struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
Well, this is going to be a cool arena.
Okay, I'm out. Mandor 80.
Yeah, I kind of hope Xenos doesn't survive this. Because I'm tired of him.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. He come to help us. Just to fight us, but still. Even if he kills us in the end, that means, you know, hopefully we change everything else for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Incoming mechanics dump. Falling off the arena is possible. Raid wide, or see. Elgia is a raid-wide AoE and spawns 2 planets circling the arena. Pay attention to the slower moving planet and move away from it, as it will spawn a huge AoE at the side of the platform when they collide. Galaxus, the Endsinger drops a meteor in the middle, creating a knockback. Move to the middle so you're knocked back only halfway and do not fall off the platform. If you have an anti-knockback skill, be sure to use it. Elenkos. The Endsinger will spawn one of 2 possible attacks. If her mouth glows purple, a line AoE will shoot across the middle, move to the sides. If her ears tear down her face with purple streaks, 2 line AoEs will shoot out the sides, move to the middle. Death's Embrace. Targets players with narrow cone AoEs that follow the player when they move. Spread these out. Do not overlap with other players. Right after the attack, a couple of ads called Feather of Despair will drop and start casting Famicon. Simply move away from the feathers as they will spawn circle AoEs at their bases. A Porthos spawns 4 faces similar to that of the Endsinger, which will cast a line AoE in the direction they are facing. Like the mouth version of Elenkos, position in between the faces to avoid the attack. Hubris is a tank buster on both tanks. Spread these out as they are AoE attacks. Tanks pop multiple cooldowns here. Healers be ready to help heal them through this. Elgia Unforgotten. Like the original version, this is a raid-wide AoE attack followed by the spawn of 2 planets that will eventually collide. Watch the slower-moving planet for the collision. The boss will then begin to reconstruct the moon and cast the next spell. Note, the planets will always explode in the same order if more than one collision is shown. Fatalism. Rewinds the recorded event. Will be cast within Elgia Unforgotten's window. Ecstasis. The Endsinger drops AoE puddles across the platform. These puddles will turn into heads, which will in turn drop growing AoE puddles. Position yourself in a way all the way at the edge at the cardinal positions to avoid the puddles. Interstellar. Before this attack, the Endsinger changes its position and is indicated with the voice line, "'Tis so lonely between the stars." The attack will cleave through the middle of players. So players should move to the sides of the arena. But at the same time, it targets 4 players with an AoE circle. Position yourself so your AoEs do not overlap and leave safe space for the players without AoEs. Nemesis spawns a targeted AoE on every player, spread out to avoid overlapping. And Planetes, phase swap to ads. Then we get an ad phase. The ad phase starts with a cutscene showing the Endsinger spawning an ad and eventually starts creating a purple orb of oblivion. The ad, known as whatever, has the following abilities and must be slain before despair bar reaches 100. Meteor Radiant spawns planets out on the outside of the arena with signals that where they are about to fall through the rainbow-colored arrow. To avoid the AoE, simply move away from the location where the arrow lands. Meteor Outburst targets every player with their own AoE, spread out to avoid overlapping. Once the ad is dead, the Endsinger will proceed to cast Ultimate Fate onto the players. This must be countered with Tank LB3 and preferably Mitigation. Cast Tank LB3 at around the count of 3 to 2 seconds to ensure that it is not too early and not too late. Keep in mind the boss will repeat this mechanic, but a second LB is not possible, nor is it needed. Also, they do say that your LB gauge will automatically refill at this point, so if somebody's already used the LB3 at this point, we're fine. Phase 2 is Telos, a raid-wide AoE. Telomania. This mechanic is a combination of multiple and repeats until you kill the Endsinger. The combination is as follows. The first part of Telomania consists of 4 cleaves over the arena. Mitigate and heal these as necessary. Second part of Telomania is a raid-wide AoE similar to the one of Telos. However, it is not as hard-hitting. Lastly, 3 sets of puddles will spawn under some players. Simply move to avoid getting hit. And that is it. Mostly, it just seems when she casts the thing where the planets spawn, be sure to pay attention to which one is slow and move away from it. Other than that, it just sounds like stay out of the thing.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay. I forgot most of it. Just watch out for the slow-moving planet, which you just told us about.
We'll be fine.
And I just received a whisper from somebody saying they like this boss, invite them, so sure. Well,
We'll officially be following them.
indeed.
In charge.
You just signed up for leader.
Either that or they need to get it too. They seen us sitting there or whatever.
Hey, it's a second tank. I'm not going to say no to a tank that knows the fight.
Nice. Is this one of your followers or your people out there?
I don't recognize the name, but it's possible.
That's cool.
Okay.
Wait, is he watching? He could hear me ask a question? Come on.
I get that, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in an instance zone where others can't see us, KJ. So he had to be seeing from somewhere.
Well, that's why I was wondering. Cool. Okay, that's cool.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
Move to the center.
That is fast. Holy crap.
To the center.
Utterly futile.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I didn't move fast enough. Thank you.
Your suffering is at an end.
I think all healers are down.
This is a kindness.
Yeah, Zora has one, but she's down as well.
Yeah.
So off the side I jump.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die. Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness.
Get away from the feathers.
All of us have known despair.
Don't stand in front of the faces. Incoming tank buster.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Oh, dang it.
Planets are back up. Watch out.
Oh, dang, I'm down.
I've got
A
a slow
sorrow
red,
so
sorry.
deep only emptiness remains.
Thank you.
Watch out for the faces. Is it safe for me to take that?
Yeah, no, not yet. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
'Tis so lonely between the stars.
Can I come back in? Shit.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Oh, rats.
Damn it.
This is a kindness. If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place
About to be
it may
ad time.
be found. Oblivion. Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate. Your time has come. It always does.
Okay. Power.
What is this defiance? No! The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
Are the plants coming back?
I don't think so, but maybe.
We will stand against fate.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
Never sure.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better.
Woot.
Indeed.
Was not the answer.
There was a lot of chaos in that fight.
Is it? Where lies happiness?
Nobody ever sticks around.
No.
Yep, hard to hand out commendations. But oh
I
well.
almost said something, like right in the cutscene stuff.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris. Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that, where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge, and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
Hmm.
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
We will see.
It's just exactly what I said.
It's a party disband moment.
All right.
Wait, before what happened? What did you guys say?
I said the first one.
First one.
Same.
So did I.
But if you look at them all, I'm 99% they all say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because they all lead to the one thing that I can't deny.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was, I can't deny that I'm seeking better foes. The second one was, think what you will, but I'm not letting you leave this place. So we're saying we're going to fight him. And the third one was basically just like, shut up and fight or something.
Yeah, exactly. I liked my smirk, though. It looks kind of weird on my face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come then. Hold nothing back. Push yourself to your limit and me to mine. Is this truly the best Heideland's chosen can master? Show me your vaunted fortitude. Soon you will know the full extent of my power. Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking! taking! Test of your reflexes! Have you no rage left for me? No rancor?
That's horse shit. Test my reflexes, pushes me in the corner.
A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! Ugh. Ah, my soul! How it burns! I know you feel it too. The inferno swelling within you. Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Yeah! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent. Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet! Mine for the taking! Did you not wish to take my head? I have you! A test of your reflexes!
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Show me your vaunted fortitude! Mine for the taking! I have you! Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! A test of your reflexes! I have you!
There's a freaking button pushing thing that I can't do.
I haven't gone there yet.
It's the very end.
Mine
The
for the
very
taking.
end. And I fail and have to start over.
Mine for the taking! I have you! of your reflexes. Have I overestimated your potential? Show me your vaunted fortitude. Ah! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. Burn! Burn! Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
I don't do fist fights here.
I really wish you were still a Lalafell right now, KJ.
I know, it would be so badass, huh? The fist punching, that would be badass, yeah. I'd look pretty badass, that bunny boy. I mean, warrior bunny.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant. Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment? I...
I must say, watching Emo's healer do the fist fight is pretty good too.
I have a nice ring on my punching fist.
Well, I'd say that's against the rules, but I'm wearing metal gauntlets, so.
Yeah. I wish I had my fingernails transmog because I could just scratch his eyes.
Zora,
Yes?
do you have your claws right now?
Is she still fighting?
I think no, I'm through. I'm watching the cutscenes.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Honestly, people, shut up. No, it didn't really show my claws. So, because I think I'm using the short nails today. So,
Gotcha.
unfortunately, I would have planned.
Someone, and please. You can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought... After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain?
I don't think he's dead though.
That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this! When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came! And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life! Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us
Thank
announce
you,
our
Frost.
return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
I don't think Alpha Node has the upper body strength to lift me up.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
Oh look, it's you, Geary, who did not appear in this X-Pack. Ah, she is. Well, that's good. I still need to do my role quest.
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Yes!
Ah.
Archer, you need to be more careful with those steps. I'm gonna snap both your knees.
Welcome home!
Well, once again, thank you to Square Enix and their team, because I'm afraid I'm not going to sit through the epic length credits you guys make. But well done to all of you. Well done.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the sea of stars, We fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness.
I kind of miss Rogue
By
Thancred.
this
We're
truth
not watching
do I
all of
find
that, are
hope
we?
within, blooming resplendent, like the
Once the
Elpis
credits
flower.
actually start scrolling, I skipped. It takes you into more cutscenes afterwards.
And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently, as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as...
Oops, didn't mean to skip that.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really
I
mean
don't
to
know if they've
stay,
ever done this
Tataru?
before, that I like the Warrior of the Light and then it lists your name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super secret organization requires a super secret base of operations.
I do believe they've done it on the previous X packs, though.
Cool.
To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Oh, Tartaru, you are more than a little evil, and I love it.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
All right, when you guys get out of the cutscene, you'll be in the Rising Stones, and there'll be a bunch of people to talk to. I have walked up to Urianger and spoken to him, but I have not clicked through his text yet. So let me know when you guys get there, and I'll read.
Okay.
I'm ready.
This is one of the town themes from Final Fantasy IV, isn't it?
Okay, I'm out.
Okay.
I am out.
Okay. And I've walked over and spoke to Urianger first. Thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetherius. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of each other. A process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. And 'tis Vanna's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irresistible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance, and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. I'm going with option 1. I did not wish to presume. Aye, I would be honored should they consider me a friend, for 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the scions of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Ofttimes hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead, I do prefer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. I guess since Alice is standing here, she goes next. Seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, and in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the bounty, where the skies first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Sharlayan too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course, as individuals. No more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphanode. They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. Won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. Going with option 1. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved. So don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. And Alphanode is next. Oh, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Sharlayan. Both Alizé and I are off to assist in Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsabard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort, with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lysina and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth of the Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. I'm going with option 1, too. Write you letters? Of course, I would be glad to do so. But I'd be gladder still were you to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing, and I will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Alright, he doesn't have a quest marker over his head, but I'm going to talk to Rial anyway. Feels a little strange now my link pearl's gone quiet. Since my unique skills no longer needed for the safety of the star and all that, I'm going to become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start by heading to Mericidia, or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. Now, Kryl. Oh, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Sharlayan, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced me to make a decision. I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. Going with option 1 again. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the Forum without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Sharlayan will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Oshika and our other remaining members. So, together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. And before certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, or as before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel allure from the task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. I don't remember who the Matia is, so I'm not going to bother talking to him. Thancred's next. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours. And the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust? Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed at how swiftly you recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Metion defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the Source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We've a purpose to our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where we can, where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well, and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, and when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Again, going with option 1. Aye, I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running. And you'll likely get a certain funny talking fortune teller into the bargain. From this day forward, Urianger is the funny talking fortune teller.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna talk to Flamen. The salvation Minfilia dreamed for Eorzea comes closer to reality with every step the Scions take. Yes, the world may still be in the throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day, and I sit here, praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you the wonder and joy you deserve. Should you need a rest in between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. Estinian's turn. The music changed. If you have something to say, then out with it. Option 1 again. You talk as if the Scion's disillusion was more than a mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Imeric hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hanash envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnir, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by the final days abated when you defeated Metion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives. But 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard-Solmer didn't give up. In hope, he made the journey to a distant Aetherius with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy, and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Gotta buy them hair ties.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Alright, guess Ishtola is next. And we get Matoya's theme. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts. The history of Aetherius and the ancients. Glimpses of the Aeon, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of a reality. Throughout history, some have deliberated and deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other, until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting a fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Option 1 again. Very well then. I shall endeavor to pin what I can of the Ea and the ancients and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more of a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. And I'm going to skip over Graha for a moment and speak to Hoary Boulder. I still remember the day we sparred together as though it were yesterday. To think how far we have all come since then. Even now, I have not abandoned my dream of besting you in single combat. Of a friendly nature, of course. Though I clearly do not hold a candle to the Warrior of Light at present. I shall continue to train diligently, that one day you might consider me an equal. Okay, now I'll talk to Graha. Oh, might you have a moment to talk? With the Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Kryl, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would never have set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would never have met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons, when I asked you if you thought I might someday have be mentioned in your epic? While 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be a stuff of dreams, in the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Okay, I have to go with the second option on this one. I know. I can all but hear Lena and Beck Luke's voice each time you remind me. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. Please, Graha, do not lead the killbots to Aetherius, please. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plan may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Anybody else around here you guys want to talk to before we talk to Tartaru?
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I already talked to the others.
Hey, Tartaru it is. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time for departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Now get out of my house. I didn't even.
The dog horn.
I didn't even notice what the rewards were.
Argo's horn, wind up, whatever, in 2 songs.
Yeah, mount and a minion.
Nice.
And I think it's that golden dog in it.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
I would also like to note, I think the next time we see any of the Scions, they're going to have a new design again.
Yeah.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge his plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Well, obviously, I'm gonna go rest until one of you guys calls me. That's the way this thing works, right?
Yeah.
Or some farming. Or gathering ores, you know.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
You have completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have become available in Old Charlian. Additionally, you may now enter the dead ends with party of NPC avatars using the trust system. Rest well, champion of Aetherius, for many and more adventures await you.
Hang on, who's the guy in the white outfit? I mean, that means he didn't decide to kill himself.
Well, note the minion we just got. Wind up Herois. I imagine it kind of looked like him, so I'm guessing that's who it is.
It sounded like the voice of the one that sent us back in time.
Elidibus?
Yeah, Elidibus. That's the voice reminded me of.
Well, I mean, that is one thing. He sent us back because he saw us in Elpis. Well, we were in Elpis. I don't remember seeing him. So, it's possible we saw him and didn't know we saw him. So, that could very well have been Elidibus, because actually, at the time that we went to Elpis, he wouldn't have been Elidibus yet. Because Elidibus was the newest member of the convocation at the end times. So, at least I think he was.
The hairstyle on this minion is Vitra's Highlands. but the name's not what we know.
Oh no, you are right. Harrowis is Hydaelyn.
Okay.
Because when we first met her on the ship, when we were sailing to Razatan or sailing to Sharlayan, I think that was the name she gave us. I'm now more confident in your Elidibus idea. Well, that was one quest that took up an entire stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me just a moment and I'll wind down the stream and yeah, so be right back. All right, guys, that is where we are going to call it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy VII Remake. So until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.